See you later, fellas. Try not to work too hard.
Olá pessoal, bem-vindos a mais um vídeo de A Noire Parte, aqui que fala assim João Pedro. Nosso episódio resolvemos um caso que foi complicado para mim. Foi um caso de carros roubados, de tráfico de carros. Eram vendidos e tudo mais, mas agora temos um caso assim que é já aqui em cima desta montanha. Não é este o carro, cara. O nosso carro está ali. Bem, se bem que eu tenho usado este nos últimos episódios.
Right turn. Straight ahead here. You're taking the next right.
Ok, próxima direita.
Take the next right. Stop just ahead.
Ok, chegamos a um local do acidente. Acidente, 7h47 da manhã.
Her face looks familiar. Well, that's June Ballard, Tarzan's sister, beast of the Amazon. She's married to Guy McAfee. The captain has moved to Vegas now, but the two of them still have juice.
Ela é atriz?
Traffic.
Detective Phelps. Hey, Bukowski. Long time no see.
You could have called this in by megaphone, Enrique. Phelps, this is Enrique Gonzalez. Enrique was a pretty decent middleweight. What do we have, Gonzalez?
Broad drives right through the empty lot and off the side of the escarpment. Her stories that a movie producer doped her and her friend and sent the car over the cliff.
Então temos de ir lá abaixo chegar o carro,
Driver's
né?
beat up. Not too bad considering. If she hadn't hit that billboard, we'd be scraping both of them off the pavement. Passenger's a Jessica Hamilton. She's just a kid. She's pretty knocked around.
Kid gonna be all right?
I think so. They've taken her to central receiving. If you want to take a look around, you can stall the ambulance.
Thanks. Do that.
One more thing. Watch out for the driver. She cuts rough.
Ok, obrigado pelo aviso. Ok, pelos vistos essa também vai ser difícil de lidar, né? Temos de ir lá abaixo e investigar o carro, né? Olha o legista. Aqui.
You'll want to see this, Phelps. There, laid out on the front. And that isn't even the best part.
A matrícula arrancada. Sangue?
Looks like they're lucky they weren't more badly injured.
Must have been unconscious. Being relaxed tends to lessen the soft tissue damage.
Cuecas? Escarraio?
They've been torn off. Where did you find them?
They were stuffed in the young lady's handbag. I'll run a trace for semen when I get back to the lab.
Tu queres ver que a miúda que foi violada? Dear Jessie. Uma carta da mãe?
She's a long way from home.
Queres ver que a miúda fugiu de casa? É o mais certo.
Drunk driver?
Maybe not.
How so?
Well, a head I found without a body piqued my interest. See what you think.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. Is it real?
É real?
No. I think it's supposed to be a replica of an Indian shrunken head. It's some kind of curio or movie prop. See the casting marks?
What's it made from?
Plaster of Paris would be my first guess, then painted.
So we can rule out the murder angle?
No, you can rule that in. That thing was wedging the accelerator to the floor. Whoever did it wanted these women dead.
Ok, vamos ficar com isto.
How does someone manage to tip their ride straight off a cliff? If the driver's in a fit state, we should ask.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
How does someone manage to tip their ride straight off a cliff? If the driver's in a fit state, we should ask.
Ok, temos de ir falar com a gaja, né? Bora. O que é que ela nos tem a dizer? Ela está ali, né? Bora.
Mrs. McAfee, we would like to ask you a few questions, if that's
McAfee.
okay.
I
Olha,
prefer to use my
é nome
name.
de. Tem nome de
June
antivírus.
Ballard. You might be familiar with some of my work.
Can you tell us what happened here?
You're kind of cute for a cop. Maybe a bit on the serious side.
What about me, June? I'm a big fan of
You?
Beast of...
I don't like. Keep out of this.
Uou, coitado. Ai, coitado do nosso parceiro.
We found a shrunken head. It was used to tamper with your car.
You see, I normally don't drive off cliffs. The last thing I remember is getting behind the wheel.
Continuem drogadas. Eu não tenho provas para dizer que ela está a mentir, mas ela está com uma cara um bocado estranha. Como ter dúvida?
It's obviously some kind of movie prop. You must know where it came from.
In case you hadn't noticed, I am the talent. And the talent doesn't deal with props or sets or any of that kind of stuff. Why don't you ask Mark Bishop which prop house he uses?
Ahá! Mark Bishop.
We understand that you're still suffering from the effects of the accident, Mrs. McAfee. The officer says that you claimed that you were drugged. Who did this to you?
That rat slipped us a Mickey Finn. It's no wonder I feel so dopey. I can't remember.
Estás com um olhar muito pretreiro, mas...
It's a serious offense to withhold information from the police during a criminal investigation, madam.
I told you to call me June. You're making me feel like an old lady. And don't bother your handsome head about this.
Já me enganei.
My
Quer ver?
husband will settle the score with Mark Bishop.
Outra vez este Mark Bishop.
What can you tell us about the passenger in your car?
Jessica Hamilton. Poor Jessica. It's been a rough day for her. She's desperate to break into movies. What more can I say?
Oh,
What can you tell us about the passenger in your car?
Jessica Hamilton. Poor Jessica. It's been a rough day for her.
enganei-me, cara.
She's desperate to break into movies.
Acho que sabes mais. Que encontramos a cueca da miúda.
I think you're lying, Mrs. McAfee. I think something happened to Jessica yesterday before the crash.
I'm offended, Sunshine. Do you have any proof?
É já. Queres ver?
Miss Hamilton's underwear were physically torn from her body.
She wanted to go to a casting. I took her to a casting. Whatever happened after that is between her and Mark Bishop.
Ela está a tirar muitas culpas para este Mark Bishop, mas quem será este?
You mentioned a Mark Bishop. You think he might have had something to do with this?
He is a movie producer. As for his involvement, you just leave it to me and my husband to worry about.
Tu não disseste, não foi nada. Dúvida.
I want to know what happened between you two that made him want to commit a double murder.
Bishop offered me a part in his picture. Then he withdrew it. Fact is, we had a deal. I pressed him on it, and this is where I end up.
Mrs. McAfee, I think it would be in everyone's best interest if you accompanied Patrolman Gonzalez back to the receiving hospital.
I'm going to be okay. These guys can take me home after my lawyer and I have talked to the news hounds.
Mrs. McAfee, you are still under the influence of narcotics, and you're likely to go into shock once the drugs wear off.
And I thought you were a heel. It's nice of you to be concerned.
Esta gaja está metida ao barulho
I think we're good here.
até às orelhas,
See what we can
mas
shake out of the kid.
tens que ir ao hospital falar com a miúda. Ok. Hospital Central. Vamos até ao hospital falar com a miúda.
Excuse me, officer. I want to see you.
Mas queres ver o quê?
Clear this area immediately. This is a crime scene. All of you move along. This is a secure area. You all need to leave.
This is awful. Just awful. Why can't we get any closer?
Mano, o nosso parceiro já foi para o carro. Agora vamos até ao hospital falar com a cachopa. Mas eu acho que esta McAfee está metida ao barulho de certeza.
KGPL to car 11K, 11 King. The car crash victim has regained consciousness at Central Receiving Hospital.
11K Roger, en route.
Ela foi para o hospital também? Ok.
Take a left.
You know we've got a siren, Phelps.
Turn left up ahead.
Take the next left.
Left, coming up.
Vamos para a esquerda. Este caso ainda tem muita pouca pista, pessoal. Para perceber o que é que aconteceu. Mas para aquilo que eu estou a perceber, houve uma violação, pelo jeito. A miúda foi violada, nitidamente. Chegamos ao hospital, bora. Trajes. Podemos mudar o fato. Vamos usar este. Este fica bem, não acham, pessoal? Olha aí. Isto é para ver um bocado de fuleiro, mas a roupa em si está fixe.
Hello, Detective Phelps, here to interview a Jessica Hamilton.
Jessica Hamilton. Oh, yes. She's in the room, right behind you, Detective.
Thank you.
You can't hold me here.
É ela?
I don't need to be manhandled by a doctor. I need my lawyer. Hey, where is the telephone?
Hello,
Hey.
Doctor. I'm Detective Phelps. You're attending to
Ella.
the young lady from the auto accident?
Não,
Yes.
outra série.
She's conscious now, but I doubt she'll remember much. She's still feeling some of the after effects.
Jessica was drugged?
She certainly was. Chloral hydrate would be my guess, and there's clear evidence of abuse. She's still a minor, Detective.
Someone planned a double
Alguém
murder to
drogou.
cover up a statutory rape? Swap 7
Pois,
years for life
ela
and
foi
Guy
realmente
McAfee on their
abusada.
case?
Isso já toda a gente
Doesn't make much
percebeu.
sense to me. I guess it depends on what they had to lose.
Vamos lá falar com a miúda, então.
Feeling better since this morning, Jessica?
A little. My head still feels swimmy.
Pois, ela foi realmente abusada. Alguém foi. Ela
Hello,
foi
Jessica.
violada.
My name is Cole Phelps. I'm a policeman. I'd like to talk to you about your accident, if that's okay.
Okay.
Can you tell me what you remember about the crash?
It's all kind of fuzzy. I remember waking up here. Nothing happened yesterday.
Nada aconteceu ontem. Deixa-me ver se ficamos com as provas. Sim, ficamos. Estás a mentir.
Tell the truth, Jessica. Why the big cover-up?
I'm not lying to you.
Ai não?
We found your underwear in your handbag, Jessica. You need to tell us what happened.
The doctor told me what happened. I didn't want that. I just wanted to be a star, to be in movies. I told Junie what happened, and she told me to toughen up. That was the price of stardom.
Did she now, cold-hearted bitch?
It's not Junie's fault.
Ai não?
It's not my first time. I had a boyfriend back home, but my father found out about him.
Even if you consented, Jessica, you're still underage. We need to get in touch with your parents, Jessica, to tell them what has happened.
Oh, you don't need to worry them. They sent me along to stay with Aunt June. They trust her to take care of me.
Mais uma mentira. Encontramos a carta que a tua mãe te deixou.
You're lying, Jessica. How are we going to make this right if you lie to us?
Please, detective, why would I lie to you?
Porque tinhas mentir? Então e a carta?
Because you're a runaway, Jessica, and you don't have your parents' permission to be here. Now, do you want to tell me what really happened?
I went with Junie to this strange place. It's difficult to remember. Someone gave me a drink to calm my nerves, and then I felt faint. I think I must have passed out.
How did you meet Mr. Bishop?
Well, Junie is a big movie star. You probably know that. She's doing a new movie.
Eu não tenho.
If you have more questions, could you ask them now? All I want to do is sleep.
How did you meet Mr. Bishop?
Well, Junie is a big movie star. You probably know that. She's doing a new movie.
Tenho a impressão que ela já o conhecia antes, mas como eu não tenho prova.
What's the story with Bishop and Mrs. McAfee? Why does he want the two of you dead?
That can't be true. Mr. Bishop seemed very happy today. I mean,
Hoje?
yesterday.
And that's why he wedged a shrunken head against the accelerator pedal and punted the two of you over an escarpment?
I overheard Junie speaking to him on the phone a couple of times. Screaming, really. She can be very hard sometimes, Junie. But they seemed okay yesterday, like they worked it out.
I know what happened to you, Jessica. Where exactly did it take place?
Please, it's scary. It's really difficult to think of anything.
Eu até acredito que ela foi violada, mas eu até acredito que seja difícil para ela se lembrar, mas ela está com um ar.
Someone tried to kill you, Jessica. Do you get it? Forget about being in movies. It's time to act like a grown-up.
I had to wear a robe and lay down on a stone.
Até acredito que seja difícil para ela se lembrar.
Camera. It's not my fault. I'm not a bad girl. Why are you trying to hurt me?
Thank you, Jessica.
É na
Been a big
verdade.
help. Here's my card.
Até acredito,
Think of
mas
anything or you need some help, just get in touch, okay?
Eu fui estúpido aqui, devia ter dito
I think
verdade.
it might be a good idea if you went back home till you felt better, Jessica.
I couldn't do that, officer. What if I got the part and I wasn't there?
It's the tale of this town, Cole. Lambs that go willingly to slaughter. Who the hell is that?
Olha, quem ali
Must be a
vai?
lawyer. He certainly expedited her release. I don't like it, Cole. Why is she in such a hurry? We should follow her.
Sim, é melhor. Carro verde, ok.
There she goes. Come on.
Eu pus dúvida naquilo porque achei que a menina estava.
You've got a pretty
Estava com
funny
uma cara
idea
um
of
bocado
keeping a low
estranha.
profile.
Estava a revirar os olhos e tudo mais. Quando eu reviro os olhos, ou é dúvida ou
Ballard's
é
definitely
mentira.
up to something. She seems to have made a remarkably speedy recovery.
Na direita.
Easy, Cole. Better back it off.
Isso é batido. Errei aquela pergunta da miúda, devia ter posto para dada.
Get in there and see what she's up to.
God damn it all, I asked them to hold the mayo.
Apanhou-me a sério. Estupidez.
Get in there and see what she's up to.
This is a tasty burger.
Já está a olhar para todo quanto é lado ainda. Não pegar no telefone eu entro. Agora vamos.
Baby? No! I don't want him taught a lesson. You know what I want. Well, then make someone else do it! You still know people out here, don't you? Then make some calls! I'm gonna be very clear about this. You get this done, or I'm... Wilson's Hotel. Mr. Mark Bishop, that son of a bitch, lives in apartment 803.
Ahá! Já sabemos onde é que ele vive.
Sure, I got the film.
So what's the story? I'm guessing she didn't stop for light refreshments.
She made a call. Sounds like Mark Bishop has a heap of trouble headed his way. I've got an address. Wilson's Hotel, apartment 803.
Oh, shit. You better step on it.
If he's got any sense, he'll be as far away from home as possible.
If he had any sense, he wouldn't have tried bumping off Guy McCaffrey's wife in the first place. Or he'd done the job properly.
Oh!
What did you make of the kid? Did you believe the story? I think she was doped out of her tiny mind and given the casting couch. That fucking bitch bowed.
Careful! Take this left.
I think she was doped out of her tiny mind and given the casting couch. That fucking bitch Ballard sold her out. So if Ballard was doing someone a favor, why did they try
Então
to
vamos
kill him?
até a casa do bicho.
All units in the vicinity in car 11K, 11 King, a 415 in progress at apartment 803, Wilson's Apartment Hotel, 1220
Sério?
West 7th Street, Westlake Park. 11K code 3, all other units code 2. KGPL clear.
Gun it! Let's get to the apartment before someone gets hurt.
Go straight through here.
Temos de ir ao apartamento que estão a ser atacadas as pessoas.
Car 11K, 11K, we have no other units available. What is your ETA to the 415 in progress at 1220 West 7th Street? Repeat, 1220 West 7th Street, Wilson's Apartment Hotel. 11K handle code 3. Any other units that can assist identified?
Take a left.
Roger, KGPL. 11K en route.
Turn left up ahead. You're taking the next left. Take the next right. Next right. Next left. You need to take the next left. Take the next left.
Chegamos. Apartamento de bicha. Então temos lá a chegar rápido, bora.
I'm Detective Phelps. We received a call about a domestic disturbance in apartment 803.
Oh, the detectives. Listen, Mrs. Bishop's pretty upset. Take the elevator and then left down the corridor. It's the last door on the right.
Sounds like we're about to make it a hat trick of hysterical female witnesses.
Será que chegamos a tempo de salvar?
LAPD, ma'am. Are you in danger?
I'm all right now. You just missed them. Horrible, awful men.
Are you injured, Mrs.
Mrs. Bishop.
Nós chegamos
Gloria
a tempo.
Bishop. Please, come in, officers. I'll just need to sit down for a moment. Forgive me.
That's perfectly normal, ma'am.
Just look at this mess.
We'll take a quick search of the premises, ma'am. You take a moment to gather your thoughts.
I will. Thank you, officer.
Nós já não chegamos a tempo.
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
Deve ser uns filmes do marido.
It doesn't appear to be connected.
Para falar nada ainda.
I don't think so.
Mais um livro que não nos leva a nada.
Presented to Mark.
Isto não estava a vibrar e eu agora estranhei. Não estar a vibrar. Uma fotografia. Talvez isso seja arrogante, não?
Looks like the old movie set downtown.
Ok, já temos nova localização.
Great Wall of Babylon. A replica of a replica.
Nós chegámos a tempo de apanhar os gajos, mas... Não, isto aqui não é nada. Muito menos isto.
There's the set. Hollywood's own little piece of Babylon. Probably nothing.
Eu creio que não haja mais nada aqui, mas... Já ver tudo... A sala toda... Não. Aqui já vi.
Looks like a mermaid in the background. Silver screen.
Who are these men in the picture?
Quem é o homem
My
na fotografia?
husband, Mark, and Marlon Hopgood. They work together on occasion. That's Hopgood's shop.
Tenho cá fazer umas perguntinhas agora.
Those men. I think they work for Guy McAfee. Do you know the name?
No. Why should I?
June Ballard is married to Guy McAfee. Have you heard of her?
That slut. She's been
Ooh.
badgering my husband for days.
Mrs. McAfee alleges that your husband tried to kill her and her friend last night. I think you should tell us what you know.
My husband's a movie producer. This has something to do with his new picture. He doesn't include me in his business.
Ai não? Tu és mulher dele e não sabes nada?
June Ballard said she had a deal to be in his new picture.
Mark repeatedly told her no. He had Joan Leslie lined up for the role. That's how he got the finance. June made all kinds of threats. She was very rude to me.
You know June Ballard?
We were both on the same picture a few years back. That's how I met my husband.
Where can we find your husband, ma'am?
He told me he would be on set. That's all I know.
Aqui acredito que ela esteja a dizer a verdade. Ela não está com os olhos coisos.
Either we find him or McAfee's people do, Mrs. Bishop. If you care for him, you should make sure that we find him first.
I do care for him. But I don't really know where he'd go if he were in trouble. Hopgood might know.
Your husband was at a casting yesterday with a young girl?
Not that I know of. He told me he was looking at locations. The picture's been cast.
Aqui já acredito que ela esteja a mentir. Deixa-me só ver
So
lá.
you're gonna leave a poor, helpless woman here on her own and at the will of unscrupulous men?
Your husband was at a casting yesterday with a young girl?
Not that I know of. He told me he was looking at locations.
I
The
know.
picture's been cast.
Eu não vou acreditar
Jessica
que...
remembered a mermaid. The mermaid on the front of the prop store. You better come clean with me.
This is a sick town, Detective. Are you sure you really want to know? The truth is, my husband likes them young.
And you think that's okay?
Óbvio que não, né? Óbvio que não.
I was 16 when I first met him. I
Ai,
thought he
ai.
was a genius, a magician with film. I was 20 before I realized he was just a B-movie hack. But he's nothing compared to some of the monsters at these big studios. My guess is Ballard sacrificed her little friend. Happens to a lot of girls.
Não, aqui mais coisas para ver. Há mais coisas aqui que eu preciso de
Operator, give
encontrar.
me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a location on a silver screen prop store.
Just a moment. Silver screen props, corner 3rd and Figueroa.
Thanks for your help.
Mas deve haver aqui mais coisas para ver, de certeza. Eu vim aqui a esta sala antes. Ao quarto dele, acho que não tinha vindo. Ahá! Um cheque passado.
What do you have to do to earn $20,000?
Isso aqui já não é nada. E eu em cima da mesa. Há alguma coisa? Deixa eu ver. Ok. Vamos já perguntar-lhe sobre o cheque. Só para acabar as coisas. Depois terminamos o vídeo, pessoal.
Why is your husband paying Lorna Hopgood $20,000?
Lorna? Marlon's ex-wife? Are you sure?
You're lying, Mrs. Bishop. It's some kind of payoff. You know exactly what the money is for and who it's getting paid to.
Do I? Would you like to prove that, Detective?
Há um cheque passado, minha.
Your husband looks like he's being blackmailed. They obviously have something on him if he's prepared
E há
to kill to
cheque
cover it
passado,
up.
estúpida.
Why is the payment going to Hopgood and not McAfee?
Lorna works at a check cashing place in Hollywood. You need to ask Hopgood why he needs that much money in cash.
Your husband is in trouble. It could go easier for him if you were more helpful, Mrs. Bishop.
He's a big boy, Detective, and so are you. This is Hollywood. There's always a deal to be done.
Bem, pessoal, acho que vamos ter que ir ao coisa dos acessórios. Mas isso vai ficar para o próximo episódio, pessoal. Espero que tenham gostado. Deixem o vosso like e comentem. E no próximo vídeo vamos até ao coisa dos acessórios. Um abraço a todos. Fui!